Well, of course, every time I would love to have a timeout, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if we do it again, the Premier League will be fine us again, so better that we not do it.
I don't criticize my colleague. I don't criticize Pep. It's also not that he went down anyhow. So it's more like if he has time to do this and there is an injury, I would also do a team talk anyhow. So, but it's not like he has done anything wrong. We have such a great relationship anyhow. So for me, Pep is by far the best manager in the world, and also like to do tweaks and changes during the game. There's no one better in this business, and he does it not just in this situation. He does it in each and every moment. So there's not 1% criticism on my colleague on Pep.
Your emotions when that goal goes in, there must have been relief. I mean, Phil looked almost angry when he scored. What was your emotion?
I would say it is relief when scoring the last minutes, and the other one is a big character, right? I was relief, yeah. It was a relief. The game was not a perfect place in the first half, but was comfortable should be over for the chances that we had. We didn't concede, and after that, brilliantly, Daniel changed the system like Leverkusen has done, the 5-3-2. And after that, we concede the goal, we give away in the first minute, and after the way we have to move and the build-up is completely different. The shape take influence in the way you played. And football is emotions. In that moment, is emotion. Concede the second, but after we make a step up, and we react really, really well. And after when Mark came in and Cherky came in and put more players in the box that had to be in the had to play in here, put the ball good to the box, and more players in the box. Within that position, the process doesn't exist. Being with fullbacks or wingers, it doesn't matter. And at the end, the quality you feel again, you know. But it's a player special. It's a player like out of the 80-yard box, pass the ball outside, make a run to the right to the penalty spot, and when he arrived in his position, sometimes shoot strong, sometimes just pass to the net, and he helped us to win the game.
Okay. Hi, Pep. You mentioned some of the changes you made there, and you did a team talk with the players when Gianluigi Donnarumma went down. Daniel Farke's just been in and kind of said that Gianluigi obviously wasn't injured and he only went down for you to do.
To be honest, I didn't speak with you. I know what happened. When it happened, I look back to the dugout. I said, James, warm up, James Trafford, when to move. So honestly, I don't know. Next press conference, you can ask me. I will ask you.
Is it beneficial for you to kind of have a team talk that you also needed to bring the players in, and it's handy to get a message across at that moment? I think that's what.
Well, of course, every time I would love to have a timeout, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if we do it again, the Premier League will be fine us again. So better that we not do it. You like James? Yeah, because you know when we were 5 seconds late in the half time, I always had to pay a lot of money. But now I have to wait 30 minutes to come here because Daniel, of course, had to speak. And after that, it's not a problem. I will not. Hopefully, they don't find me because I'm 30 minutes late. It's because just Daniel Farke was here. Premier League, you know it now.
Okay, you talked about the Leeds tactical changes as a reason for it being different in the second half. But from your perspective with your team, why do you feel you sort of lost that control? And what
because we conceded a goal in 1 minute. And when this happened, you are, you know, we talk about we need a third goal, we need to continue because the first half should be over. Football is emotions. And when you play with one striker, you have Ruben and Josko against the Mecha, but when Calvert-Lewin go with the Mecha, in that moment you have 2 and 2. So the space to make a build-up is completely different. And they push and they concede a goal, and you have, what do you have to do? And it happened. You will have basketball timeout, and you can adjust a little bit and phone. And it happened.
Hi, Pep. After a game like this, in which you control first half, you were up to nil, then you conceded 2 goals, and then you won the game in the last minute. Are you more happy for the win?
Yeah.
Or more?
We have to learn different ways of football games in the Premier League, even in normal football. Always a game plan for Daniel, a game plan for me is exceptional. So game plan always is 10 to 10, Daniel as well. But I had many things you know that you cannot control, and we are not, I would say, a team to win this type of games a lot. But you need it, you know, when you have 89 minutes and when you waste 10 minutes extra time. And the moment I said, okay, let's go, still have time. But before the goal, we have a chance, 2 or 3 chances, you know, to score. That was a good save for the keeper. And at the end, we were able to close and bring points after 2 defeats was massively important for our mood. And now look what happened. One of the toughest away games is Fulham for our experiences. So Tuesday, but it's important today. Sleep second. We see tomorrow. As Manchester, what's going on, what's happened. But it's important to be as close as possible for top of the league. Is it possible, you know, to try it until the end.
Last one for the embargo, Jamie.
You said that a team grows through the season, yes. And so the way in which you won today, is that another sort of part of the team's growth, evolution, sort of showing themselves that they can win it, maybe?
No, we're better in the past. The Liverpool game, Newcastle game, we're better than today, I think. Our game was not. We didn't find Jeremy and the position. The defense 6 in the back was not easy. But we didn't suffer. It was controlled. To be honest, if you see a review, I didn't review, but mentally the chances we had, apart of the 2 goals in the first half, was a lot. And you could see the third and the fourth, the game is completely different. You know, it's like to try to second half, pass the 10, 15 minutes. At the end, you make a 2 substitution quick. Lombos Calvert-Lewin is unstoppable. And they score immediately. And after that, it's not tactics, emotions, how you control it. We try to adjust something. And in the game, at the end, we found it. Because there are a lot of teams that win in the last minutes. A lot of teams. I've been in Champions League many years for in the last minutes. We concede goals. And happy that maybe we can learn as well to win this type of games, to bring the ball quickly to the box, put more players or Mark close to the. I'm so happy for Mark because after 1 minute had the chance to score and Phil and Cherky and the other ones, and we need this type of games. And there in that moment, there are no tactics, there are moments, there are strategies, there are moments, in that moment, there are not, you have to do this and that, moving that way. You just put the ball there, with the transitions and bring the ball in the box, in the chaos, and you score. You know, Pep Guardiola is now with me, have been in Liverpool for many years, and how many times they were able to win this type of games, you know? And the only chance is put the ball there, and we did it good.
Certainly more than 10th this evening. So much stuff, please.
Hi, Daniel. I think we saw 2 different Leeds teams in that game. Can you explain why things changed so drastically?
Yeah, first of all, congratulations to Pep and Man City. We played here today, one of the best sides, not just in the UK, the most successful side in the last decade here in the UK, one of the best sides in the world, and definitely the best manager in the world. If you have such a start and concede only after 40 seconds to 1-0 after unlucky results we had in the last weeks, of course it does something also with the lads. And we also spoke about how important set pieces are. If you want to travel away here out of the Etihad with points, normally you have to win the set piece scoreline, at least to draw it. And if you then concede out of a corner, it's also difficult. So many setbacks also in the first half. We changed at halftime a little bit. In our pressing, we had the same principles in our pressing against the ball, but I was not really happy with our execution. This was way better in the second half. And obviously, we changed also our structure in possession, then to gain more control over the game, to have different passing angles against City's pressing, and got by doing this and also more control and also belief back in our game. Let's show a fantastic second half. I think fully deserved to equalize the game. It was an open game in the last minutes. I think both teams could have won it. Of course, Man City is a side full of superstars and full of class, and one moment of magic. Then Phil Foden with a great finish through also many legs was in the decisive moment for them, really heartbreaking and unlucky for my players. But they should take lots of pride and lots of confidence out of especially the second half performance. So normally would have deserved to take something out of this game. But although we are disappointed because we didn't come here for warm words or compliments, we came here, we wanted to win some points. So the overriding feelings right now disappointment. But after so many sucker punches and against such a good side in the away game and here at the Etihad, then to show such a performance should give us lots of belief. And if my players show further on this heart and this spirit, this togetherness, and also this quality, then we have a great chance also to win the points that we need.
Having two up top seemed to give you much more presence against them. Is that something you would consider from the start against a good side at home next week?
It's always possible. So we are always prepared also to play in a 3-5-2. But I think it would be also too easy to just reduce it on this. So it's more or less like if the answer is how to win here at the Etihad and how to dominate the game against such a top side with one more or less each of the title that you could win in the last decade. It's just okay, we just play 3-2 up front and 3-5-2. Many teams would win here. So it's not that easy. It's about the principles. It's about the way you want to play in possession against the ball. Today to change against the ball, we have played more or less a similar setup or wanted to play a similar setup, but the execution was not like we planned during the whole week. That's why I reacted also at halftime. Yes, in possession, of course, the structure gave us more clarity, but it was still that more like in possession. We just had more or less one striker really up front, and one striker was a bit more flexible behind him. So it's always an option that we can play. So we are prepared for different scenarios, and today it was also helpful in the second half to gain control back. Yes.
The 5-3-2 was so effective in that second half. It's the best thing we've seen in several weeks, really. So why have you not used it earlier this season? Why haven't you used it prior to this game?
Like I said, it's just that easy. We play 5-3-2 and then we win each every game and perform always on the top level. If it would be that easy, anyhow, then probably anyone can be a Premier League manager because they say, just play 5-3-2, let's go. It always has to fit to a game. It has to fit to a structure. So the structure also like how Man City played today. The way they pressed for that, it was right because we had different passing angles. We couldn't have done it, for example, against Aston Villa the other night because they had a completely different structure in the pressing, and also like how they were sitting deep, completely different to what City has done. And also like to come here to the Etihad to play man against man like we did in parts of the second half, to do this each every game of 90 minutes as a promoted side is also not that often possible. So we have done it also like we changed also our formation several times during this season to a 3-5-2, sometimes even unnoticed, and it didn't work that well today. It was definitely the right choice to do it in the second half. It's important that we are flexible. It's important also that we can do this, but it's also important to do this in a moment when the right players for this setup are also fit. Yeah, we had of course Lucas Metzger and also Dominic Calvert-Lewin, so and not both on full fitness. For example, also Dominic came back right now, thank God back after this adductor injury. Before Lucas was sometimes struggling with injury. Sometimes also important to have one more striker on the bench, but it depends. So when you don't need wingers to create over the wings that you can create even more through the center, then you can do this, and this is what we've done today. It's always a solution, an option for us, but not in each every moment the right solution. Otherwise, any other team would play the 3-5-2.
How is James Justin? Is he okay?
Okay, obviously it was the first time in the starting lineup for him since a while. It was always a plan after 60 minutes to get him off. Yes, I think he was just struggling with a little hit, and he also no injury concerns about him. Was pleased with that he was capable to go for 60 or 65 minutes, but in my head it was always a plan that he wouldn't play 90 minutes. So for that, all okay with it.
Excuse me. Hi, Daniel. You made 5 changes in your lineup, Gabby and nobody dropped out. Why was that? And also, how do you think Justin and Nante did today?
Anton Stach not available, Sean Longstaff not available, so for that we had to do 2 changes. So was even before the game even thinking about the back 3, but the injury of Sebastian Bernot left us a bit short in centre backs. Didn't want to start the game with all my centre backs or no centre back option on the bench. This was then the reason that we changed more or less on these positions. Many other sorts. Today we expected not a game like the last game, so we were a bit more dominant in possession. Wanted to go, of course, against such a good side, a bit more on the counter attack. Wanted to use then, for example, the pace of Daniel James a bit more and want to go a bit more direct. Had also to do with different type of central midfield players. So we need then in the offense also different type of players. Had also a bit to do with the performances because we've conceded over our left side too many goals in the last games, and also to do with the setup right now. We have 3 games against top sides within 7 days. We will rotate there a bit naturally a bit more often than we would do in a normal week with just 1 game. So many thoughts behind it, and this led them to the starting lineup.
Did you spot anything specific in Manchester City's game in order to change it at half-time? And what did you say to the players at half-time to inspire them to that performance?
Yes, hopefully I spot something in Man City's game, otherwise would be the wrong guy here in this share. So the feeling was that we didn't have the right passing angles to bypass the pressing, to hold the ball better in the central positions. Not something specific, but it was like the whole preparation was more or less like to how to defend the channel ones of City, because this is what they always do, and for that we defended even in the first half with the back 5, but the execution was not perfect. It was a switching back 5, and the big chances that they had were always with channel ones. So even the first goal and the chances and how they were able to create some corner kicks. So I want to defend this better, than also with different players in the second half on this positions, and yeah, there were several reasons why we changed it.
Stuart?
Daniel, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's been such an important part of the way you played since he's come into the team, but did you sense that the longer he went without a goal after Wolves, it was preying on him in any way?
Yes, of course, because for offensive players it's always important. Everyone counts in the minutes and just asking, good performance, but you need a goal. And it's also like, for him he's always happy because we have a great relationship. Also he's happy when Lucas, for example, scores game after game, but also perhaps sometimes he's thinking, would we also like to be in this position? Of course, it puts a bit pressure on him, but I mentioned several times, it's not like about, I want to win the gold boot with one of my strikers, I just want to win survival in this league. And this is the only thing that matters, and thank God after his injury right now he's also back to play 45 minutes or even longer. That's good, and his quality is never in doubt. He's so important for us, and it's good to have him back fully fit, and also good for his confidence that he's also scored another goal.
When you've changed the left-hand side of your team to address a problem in terms of conceding goals from that side, and you concede inside a minute, what's going through your head at that time?
Can't speak public about it because I would be banned from football, because it's not allowed to swear anyhow. So of course it's more like if you have such a start that you concede exactly what you have prepared the whole week, then after 40 seconds you're asking yourself what are we doing anyhow. So but it's sometimes in football like this. It's a football like life, and you think, okay, right now you have the solution, you do it in the proper way, there's another second punch. If you then dwell on it, you have no chance. It's more like, come on, keep going, show resilience, show reaction, show great heart, show passion and confidence. Is also what we did then more or less in this moment. And yes, it didn't pay off with points, but definitely also with the performance that Leeds should be proud of.
Anybody else?
Daniel, did you feel, it felt like you had all the momentum to possibly go and win until probably Donnarumma went down and had treatment? Could you feel that from the side as well?
Yes. Yeah.
It seems to be down quite a while for not a lot. What did you make of it all?
Everyone knows why he went down, right? So it's not like the elephant in the room. It's more like you can speak about it, and you also you can ask me what I think about it or whatever. But why he went down, I think it was obvious. Or?
Anybody else?
Yep.
Spurs have done the same recently. Is it a common tactic for a goalkeeper to go down and then you have a team talk?
It's within the rules. It's smart. If I like it, if it's in the sense of fair play, if it should be like this, I keep it to myself. I leave it with the authorities to find solutions for it. It's within the rules. I asked the fourth official at this point, do you want to do something against us? No. Our hands are tied, we can't do anything. We know that this happens anyhow. But if we don't educate our players in football what to do in terms of fair play, sportsmanship, whatever, and you just try to bend the rules somehow just to your advantage, and you can even do a fake injury in order to do additional team talk, I think it's nothing what I personally like anyhow, but if it's within the rules, I can't complain about it. I think we should think about how we can deal with it and also how we educate it. So my recommendation was, listen, right now, if this happens, do me a favor and give each and every 50-50 situation, not for the whole team, give it more or less like for the away team, and everyone knows what is going on. If I'm honest, probably after 90 minutes, after 2-2, I would have blown the whistle, and that's it, more or less like, and not like additionally also let the 3 minutes play further on. I think there are tools that you can use in order to make sure that this won't happen. But if you don't use the tools, then probably we have to change the rules a little bit for it. Whatever. Even the goalkeeper goes on. There's a reason why the goalkeeper goes down, not the field player anyhow, because the field player has to go out anyhow. So whatever. It's not a question for myself. Who am I? I'm a Premier League manager, and I want to make sure that my players perform and we win games. It's also not a topic for me, but it's more like I think for more or less like for the authorities or whatever to find a solution. Because in general, is it in the sense of the game? Is it in the sense of fair play? I would have my doubts at least. No, I don't. Sorry, I don't criticize my colleague. I don't criticize Pep. It's also not that he went down anyhow. So it's more like if he has time to do this and there is an injury, I would also do a team talk anyhow. So, but it's not like he has done anything wrong. We have such a great relationship anyhow. So for me, Pep is by far the best manager in the world, and also like to do tweaks and changes during the game. There's no one better in this business, and he does it not just in this situation. He does it in each and every moment. So there's not 1% criticism on my colleague on Pep. Just like the fact that it happens, everyone knows it, and yeah. But so we have the tools, so we have to deal with it. I think there are tools to deal with it, or we need to find other solutions because at least for my feeling, it's not in the sense of the game. I'm a football manager. I concentrate on my job. I'm not the Premier League chef, and I'm not the chef of the referees. I'm not the chef of the board. We have more or less like our boards who do the rules. And perhaps when I'm 85, and we'll also be in such a board, and I can speak about it right now. And just concentrate on keeping Leeds up in this league would be. So I have enough to do with it. So it's within the rules. And it's smart. Everything's okay. I think we should change something. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thank you.